everybody live and alive. Can you hear me? That's the first question. Hey, if anybody's watching this, if anybody signs on here, let me know if you can hear me. I got about 10 minutes before the Yoder Township Supervisors meeting. Got some things under my hat for the meeting that that I may or may not discuss tonight. So there's the notification for the meeting. I hope you can hear me. I really hope you can hear me. That's one of the imperative things to doing what I'm doing tonight, that you can hear me. So I do have a backup just in case that I will be using. I will be using another camera tonight also. Hey everybody, can you hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me, or let me know if I have any audio. I've been having issues with that. I just restarted my phone here a couple minutes ago, and so hi, can you hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me, please, or just say yeah, you can hear me. I'm just trying to make sure you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me. It is cold. Okay, good. Thank you, Ethan. So appreciate that. It's freezing here in Pennsylvania tonight. It is absolutely cold, ice cold, really super cold tonight. It says 14 degrees on my thank you Soggy Chips. 14 degrees it says on my mirror there. That's why I haven't stepped outside yet, but I'm gonna do that here in a minute. I'm gonna step outside and then I'm just gonna walk straight into the meeting. I'm not gonna do my normal standing outside and saying hello to everybody tonight. It's just too damn cold. In fact, my truck's still running because it's that cold. So I'm gonna shut the truck off here in a moment and go inside, and we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be a good meeting. Well, everybody's rolling in here now, so I'm gonna go ahead and head in, and hopefully, thanks for stopping by. Hey, okay, so welcome back to my channel. My name's Klanch, the Klanch. If you like what you see, leave a comment. If you don't like what you see, leave a comment. And do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I do live streams from local Johnstown, Pennsylvania government meetings, and we have one going on right now, which is up Yoder Township. So I'm going to head on in. Okay, like I said, it is cold, super cold out tonight. 14 degrees is what my truck is telling me it is, and you know what? It doesn't usually lie to me, so I'm gonna believe it. Really super cold tonight. So I've been coming to these meetings now for 2.5 years, I guess. Everyone I go to, I can't stand more and more. So it's really cold, like I said. Okay, I'll just look in a meeting. I'll just look at the agenda when I get inside. I don't feel like standing out here doing it. Too cold. Turn the mic around. Just get my whole way in here. People from the Planning Commission are here. How are you?
Yeah. Well, that was cool. That was the final. He was back to pass, and the coverage through the line broke out, and he fumbled, and that line was 300 pounds or whatever, picked the ball up and ran it into the end zone for a second. Yeah, that was the one that really, But you figure when they get Didn't see it coming back.
I only if I can't feel it, if I get tired,
Oh, yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah, we gotta have to
He did. He
Here's the agenda.
Yeah, it's been the same every year. It's getting there. Getting there. Finding that number in the middle. Yeah, this is where you found the last change. With somebody else.
Audio okay? Making sure we have audio.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna see. I don't think she's kind of like. And I just heard the other day, they were talking about the not that.
He didn't go to the
They need to go after him. I mean, that's a spend. They need, and if they get him, he's ready to go. Like he goes inside. They need to pull him in. He'll stop right. He's the same.
Another name is because like I said, he was a first round pick, and now Jones beat him out.
TikTok. TikTok. They're appointing somebody to the vacant supervisor position. Ordinance 293 is about Hirschberger Road, reduced speed limits. The West Hills Comprehensive Plan map funding update. That's why they're here. HVAC system update for this building. Yoder Township Police Department inventory update. Live streaming and recording a township meetings update. For the record, nobody reached out to me. Appointment of current and vacant supervisor position. Supervisor reports: Ed Barzinski, Joe Veronese, Dan Zagrasic, Sue Konvalenka. New business is 110 Sunray Drive Municipal Building Maintenance. 541 South Street Public Works Property Maintenance. Resolution 976, destruction of tax collector records. Appointment of a deputy tax collector, Teresa L. Hyder. And resignation of part-time admin chief of police, John Blake.
Thank you.
This is the only copy?
Unless you want.
No. Please stand, all the meeting to order, stand for the pledge. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Prior to this meeting, we had a workshop, and we just discussed some legal and personnel issues, and there was absolutely no matters that included any type of decision. Like to have approval of the agenda.
I'll make that approval. Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Approval of the minutes for the regular meeting, December 18, 2025.
I'll make that motion.
Those, second?
I wasn't here. I wasn't here.
Oh, I seconded. You weren't, you weren't here. Oh, that's
I was on
right.
the
You
board.
were- Okay, then I second it. Those in favor? Aye.
I abstain.
And you-
Abstain.
So we don't have a quorum. How does that?
No
We're okay,
supervisors.
it's passed. Okay. Reorganizational meeting, I know you were there for that. January 5th, 2026.
Motion we accept. Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Now, public comment. Appear on the agenda items only. And you have a limit of 3 minutes.
John Klanch, Arbor, Southmont, United States at large, actually also. On the agenda, I notice you guys are unfinished business live streaming, recording the township meetings update. Feel free to reach out to me. I'll do what I can for you. Hopefully you guys are going to appoint somebody new to the board for the current supervisor. Nobody that's ever sat on the board before. Somebody hopefully put a new face on the board, if at all possible, you know. And regarding the agenda, hopefully Resolution 963 will be changed legally here soon. That's all I'm going to say about that. Thanks.
Thank you. Is there anybody else that would like to have public comment on the agenda? Thank you. Okay, we'll go on for approval of reports. Secretary, income fund balances, payroll, profit and loss statement.
So moved. Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Okay. Approval of general fund bills totaling $105,991.01.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Roll call?
Joe?
Aye.
Sue?
Aye.
Dan?
Aye.
Ed?
Aye.
It's passed. Approval of other fund expenditures totaling $76,064.17. Roll call. Oh, I had that second.
I'll make a motion that we pay that, approve that $76,064.17.
Okay,
I'll second it.
thank you. Roll call?
Ed?
Aye.
Dan?
Aye.
Sue?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Passed. Okay, reports. West Hills Police. Mr. Chief Newman.
For the month of December of 2025, we had 386 reports of service. The yearly total was 4,370. For the month of December, 115 of those 386 were in Upper Yoder. Our yearly total, granted it's abbreviated, for Upper Yoder was 233. We had 4 traffic warnings issued. For a 8-month or time period, obviously, it was 9 warnings were issued along with 5 citations in Upper Yoder Township. Only other thing to note was a reportable accident, 3700 block of Knocker Boulevard, where a vehicle was towed due to damage, but there was no injuries. The department was, just a note for December, we were a collection spot for Toys for Tots, where people could bring in toys that were all in the collection box, and it was all given to the Marine Corps to hand out for Toys for Tots. And several of the officers participated with Shop with a Cop event, where officers took children on a little shopping spree at Walmart. That was basically the annual event. And that's all I have for my report.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Jeff.
Emergency Services, Tim Wright.
Good evening. December EMS incidents 163, fire incidents 42, for a total of 182. For the year, EMS was 1,958, fire was 415 for a grand total of 2,373 incidents in 2025. Again, that included assistance to the community as well as training and public outreach. We'll be working on our 2025 annual report here soon. We have a couple other things to close out. The federal government, National Fire Academy, U.S. Fire Administration, I should say, actually switched all of our reporting requirements over. We now go to it's another acronym, National Emergency Reporting Information System. It used to be the National Fire Information Reporting System. We just had to switch over to that effective January 1st, so we are in compliance with that as of January 1. Just to make sure that I had received your message. So on December 29th, we had received a significant windstorm, which had gone through the area throughout the township. This did in turn shut down some roadways. So our response to those things are to, if we come down, when there's down power lines in those situations, we do secure the area and make sure that we report those situations to First Energy. I was advised that there had been a question related to warming stations in the area. So those things are actually worked through local EMA, goes through Cambria County EMA as well, who also works with the United Way. They work with those things through the warming stations to try to set those things up. Those are temporary locations where individuals have the opportunity to go for a short period of time. Typically, those things are anywhere between 8 to 12 hours. They're not designed to be shelters for people to stay overnight. They are really something that they're going to need to be opened up. We typically end up contacting EMA, who then make sure that there's an awareness for those things to be opened up, and they actually help through the United Way to try to get additional resources as they may need. So those things for those requirements for any type of warming station, because they're always looking for those things, again, because they are temporary, that's usually part of the biggest issue with them. They include making sure that there's ample parking that's available, that there's handicap accessible access to the building, as well as handicap accessible restrooms. They ask for a refrigerator to be able to store some medications, and then the people that are going to be there pretty much most of the day also be certified in first aid and CPR to be available while that is available. They do indicate that an emergency generator is a plus, but it is not a requirement. The question had come up, and I did speak with a resident who was looking at that. The fire company currently is not a warming station. One, we do not have the handicap accessible restrooms, and it was asked, would we look at that? And the answer to that right now is no. And the rationale behind that is because we designated ourselves as the Emergency Operations Center, which means that our second floor, even though we do have some folks that operate out of there as a business for a fitness center, in the event that we do use it as an Emergency Operations Center, it would be a hub for logistics, as well as other operations that would be inside that building. However, if the municipal building wishes to become one, as EMA can definitely work with you guys on something like that.
Would our bathrooms be
As long as they're handicap accessible, that would work. Something like this would work during the day, because I don't think it's used during the day for the most part.
Bathrooms aren't.
They're not?
Yeah,
No, you have to have 5 feet
Oh,
for a wheelchair.
yeah. So that would probably be the biggest issue that I think anybody would have. So, you know, and I think the other part that kind of came along with that is that, in speaking with that during that windstorm, you know, first we were unaware that there was a power outage that had occurred. You know, when that went out at 12:30 in the afternoon, the tree was down across the roadway. It was against the power lines. There was power. Later on, there were streetlights that were on with the road in question. It wasn't until receiving a phone call days later that we were made aware by that resident that there was no power. We did find out that actually later on that night while we were on calls, one of our members was actually visiting family in Alabama. He received a text message from one of his neighbors who also lives on that street asking if somebody had reported the power being out. I informed him that, you know, that we just came through there were street lights that were on, and that we had not been made aware of anything that was ongoing, and that they should probably contact Penelec. That was the last that we had heard. Now, what I would say to that is that, you know, to contact somebody who is in Alabama and not contact Penelec, I cannot answer how we would know that the power was out. So that's the best I could answer with that, and we explained that to those individuals. So that would be pretty much the most part I have on that.
And that was sporadic. It wasn't the whole street.
No, it was only a couple of the houses. So the street in question would have been from about the 200 block up from 200 block of Arch Street up to about probably Yoder Street to whether or not it actually included up to Warren.
Yeah,
So it would have been about in that area.
yeah.
And from what I understand, it wasn't all of them. Apparently, the ones that were close to Berkeley may or may not have had it. This past weekend, we were inducted into electrical vehicle fire. We had assistance with West Hills Fire Department, West Hills Police Department for a vehicle crash on Monaco Boulevard near Pick and Chicken. Fortunately, nobody was injured, but the vehicle did catch fire. It was actually a 2024 electric Chevy Blazer. This consumed about 5 hours of time to actually get things taken care of. It took about 1.5 hours to actually extinguish the fire itself. To give you guys an estimate, because we have had multiple fire departments reach out to us and ask for that, it consumed probably close to roughly about 80,000 gallons of water. So there were a bunch of other things that had to go on with that, but that also leads us down the path now that we noticed and have been in contact with McElwain Bus Lines, because if you have not been aware, they have now put in service electric vehicles for their buses. Looks like they are running right now with Johnstown, and they have at least 10 charging stations that have been put in place. So we are working and been in contact with them. We have also been in contact with other local fire departments because they are traveling on the roadways and in those areas. So we will be working with them all as a joint venture for determining what we all need to do and plans like that. So that's pretty much where we're at.
Tim, are there any warming stations in the township?
Right now, to the best of my knowledge, nobody had advised that they wish to do anything with them. So the closest would probably be the Senior Citizen Center.
Is there any suggestions on possibly how the township could put that word out to churches or other organizations?
So
the homes, even the homes.
So the Cambria County EMA had sent out notices and had put flyers out through Facebook and everything, asking anybody who wished to do anything like that they would be willing to build that stuff up. We can actually do the same type of deal. If they want to do that, they will put a list together and work with those folks for that. Yep.
Yeah, if you need it one time, it's one time too much. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's not there. So
Yep.
a lot of people don't have accessibility to go to the Senior Citizen Center. So if something's close by, we could look into that.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
In reference to the electric vehicle stuff, I know you're working with the other departments, as you said, to try and figure out what you need to do. Is there a standard or something that you can explain to us, just to help inform us as to, equipment or potential training that you believe is out there that would better prepare the department for this battery stuff?
So there is a lot of, as you could imagine, there's a lot of people that want to sell a lot of things. The blankets that are out there totally depends on what somebody wants to purchase. There is at least one blanket that we have been talking with other departments, and I'll just drop one name, DC Fire Department, out of the state capital, or out of the nation's capital, I should say. They have used some that are looking at blankets that may be reusable up to 50 times. In our situation, when we talked, I was talking with somebody that was there, said that blanket would not have been useful for us in the way that it was positioned. Problem is not just getting that vehicle out, it is then where does it go in a tow yard. So the amount of communication that actually occurred during that incident was astronomical. It went to East Taylor, which then required us to then contact their fire department to make sure that it was going to be in a secured location so that it wasn't going to reignite and set something else on fire. Water, I'll be honest, if it would have been another 1 to 2 miles, we would have let it burn. Because the amount of heat that was there put our position in we were put in a position where it was too close to houses, too close to power lines, and too close to a business that we decided to try to extinguish it. So burn it or put it out, and then go into a blanket was the other part. The only problem with some of the blankets is that they may actually smother to the point where there are gases that are building up. If you ever go and look in YouTube, we have some of the pictures that were gathered. It almost looks like there's steam. It's not steam, it's actually the release of acid. And the sulfuric acid and other acids that are coming out are also explosive. So when they release the blanket or those things build up underneath, it becomes explosive. Even though the batteries do not explode, it's the gases underneath that actually create more of a problem. So those are the issues that we're running into. There are people that are now making things that are supposed to be better than water, and all the manufacturers of those things are saying they do not work. So they're saying water, water, water. So
One scorpion made those fumes.
So the fortunate thing on this one is that, again, I'm not an expert, but my opinion is that this did not go into total thermal runaway. And what I mean by that is that the bottom part of this vehicle was nothing but battery. So if you can imagine a Chevy Blazer, the whole bottom part of that was nothing but a battery. When it went up on the guardrail, part of it ripped open a battery pod. When that pod broke open, those things went into thermal runaway. Picture AA batteries. When those AA batteries went into runaway, it set a couple of those little pods off, a couple of those batteries. That set it off, and it burned up in through the floorboards and into the passenger compartment. That's where everything was burning. It wasn't the rest of the whole battery. So that part, those things burn well over 5,000 degrees. So that was another part of the issue. So that led us down to the fact that we ended up dealing with. Fortunately, we also had Public Works that were able to try to get us some sandbags because we were worried about things going into the creeks. Hazmat was involved, DEP was involved, Fish and Wildlife showed up because we were worried about whether or not things went into the creek. So that's also why it took us well over 4 hours to make sure things were secure. Needless to say, everything is fine. There was nothing that went into the river, nothing went into the creek. We stopped everything. So,
Good job. Thank you, Tim. Very good. Thank you for your
I
service.
do have another question.
yes,
And it's related to the warming stations. But we did do the inventory for the schools for emergency shelters. And how is that different? The shelters that we offer.
shelters would be totally different. So shelters are you're talking about that there would be a disaster in which you would have you would have to be transferring a large amount of people into a specific area. Shelters are something that's going to the warming things are going to be something that's going to be more temporary.
Yeah.
So you would say like
And some of
during
those-
the day because it's very cold, we're going to let you hang out here for a period of time, and then you have to go home. Yeah. Whereas a shelter, you're going to stay here for 2 days because there's problems, and this is what we're going to deal with. Yep.
Thank you.
Sure.
Good job, Tim. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, engineer report, there is no report. Public Works, Jared Campagna.
Public Works for the month of December. Obviously, we continued our winter maintenance throughout the township as needed. We performed minor repairs to the plow on truck 2, also the hydraulic system on truck 5. We replaced all the cabin filters in all the vehicles, did an oil change on truck 3. We also installed new supply lines and a mini water heater over in the magistrate's break room. Tim mentioned those high winds on December 29th. We worked in conjunction with the fire department to clear some roadways of some debris and trees. And then we also finalized the majority of our outstanding road occupancy permits. Some of those were from way back in 2024, so we were able to have Alice and the girls in the department bill those out and get the township paid for those. So those are all finalized. Any questions for me?
West Hills Recreation, Dirk Johnson.
Hi, everyone. Good to see you. Dan, Joe, nice to meet you too. Heard a lot about you. All good, man. All good. All good.
Thank you.
First, I just want to start off by obviously thanking the township for their support for the Westmont Hilltop Recreation Commission. As you know, your financial support definitely helps provide and get the programs going that we need to for the communities around here. Also want to thank Jared and his crew for all the work that they do for us and help maintaining the ridge. Whether it's cutting the grass, plowing out there, whatever they need to do, it's really nice that we're able to rely on them to do that for us. You guys all received a recap of the 2025 and the look at for 2026. I'm not going to go over them all. Just a couple things I want to touch on for 2025 is the 2 collaborations that we had between WAIF, the Westmont Area Youth Cheer and Football. We helped them reorganize and establish a board. They had over 180 participants between cheer and football this year. Went really well. They're financially sound. So going forward, that's only going to hopefully strengthen the programs through the junior high and through the high school in the coming years. The second one was with the elementary, the Hilltop Youth Wrestling Club that they established to get some structure and formalize what they have for their group. And they had 44 kids registered to wrestle this year between girls and boys through K to 5. Unfortunately, they didn't get any 6th graders this year, but now that they've built it and have things going well, hopefully that will continue to grow. And again, help stabilize things through the junior high and the high school level as well. Those of you, hopefully everybody receives it. I do a booklet twice a year in the spring and summer, and the fall and winter. Just helps get the word out there on what's going on with the rec. Lets people know when programs are happening, what's going on. Easy way to get information out. The initial spring and summer one that we mailed out, we sent out 2,500. It did so well, we upped it to 3,000 for the fall and winter one. So there'll be another spring and summer booklet coming out, probably toward the end of March, early April is the plan to have that hit everybody's mailbox. And then if you don't receive one in the mail, I do put them out at various business locations where you can pick them up.
We have them here.
And they're here too, at the Township. Thanks, Sue. The only other thing I wanted to touch on from last year was the 6 new basketball hoops that we were able to install at the Grove. If you haven't been there, stop in and see them. I mean, it's wonderful being able to adjust 6 basketball hoops so the kids can practice. Just kids that want to come in and play, makes it a lot easier for them. And having the right size balls too. We picked up 25 new balls here the last week, various sizes for them to be able to play and practice with. Looking ahead to 2026, hopefully we want to formalize a partnership with West Suburban, help them continue the great things that they've been doing. Their softball this year is probably going to be through the roof when it comes to registration. After winning the championship last year with those girls, their numbers are just going to be tremendous. So any help that we can give to Jason Subich and that group, I want to hopefully be able to do that for them. The one other thing I want to touch on is hopefully bringing Southmont into the fold to join the rec. We're going to be reaching out to them and hopefully, see them as part of the Westmont Hilltop Recreation too. And I guess that's the only thing I'll correct you on. You have it as West Hills. It's actually Westmont Hilltop Recreation Commission. So it's just listed as West, I think you got it as West Hills. So.
I missed that.
That's all right.
Of all people.
I know. I see you all the time, too. Do you all have any questions for me? I don't have anything else at the moment.
I have one.
Sure, Joe.
So I haven't obviously been involved with the rec for quite some time, going on 25 years, but for the year, fiscal year 2025, you're showing a $50,000 loss. Is the rec able to absorb that?
Big part of that is we had a grant from Frank Burns last year that helped cover the cost for those basketball hoops. And that was probably the biggest expense you saw last year for us. Plus, we also have a circuit rider grant from the state that helps pay my salary over the 4 years. You know, the first year's 100%, then it goes 75, 50, and 25%. So part of those numbers you see there, that a lot of that money right now is through grant money. But yes, hopefully, going forward, once we've had some more time to establish the programs, we have to be self-sustaining, yes. Thank you all.
Okay, we'll move on to unfinished business. Ordinance for 293 Hirschberger Road, reduced speed limit.
Make a motion, we table that?
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, West Hills Comprehensive Plan map funding update. They continue to have committee meetings, and a spring date will be announced for the public to be participants.
They're gonna talk.
Do you want them?
Oh, you're here.
Yeah, we're here.
Oh, I didn't know you were here. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
I'm actually gonna pass out to you guys. We have,
I didn't know you were here. Sorry.
we were hiding in the back, Sue. Our, consulting team, as of, this past month, they're going to start preparing a monthly, kind of like a little infographic for everybody to have to just give kind of a real short and sweet little update on.
Can we leave one of those on the chair just for the public to see?
Oh, yeah, I have a whole bunch if anyone wants any.
Yes.
Anybody else?
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have a huge presentation,
Yeah,
it
we
just
don't have a
as
presentation
a
or
courtesy,
anything.
Sue had asked us to come because we knew there was new supervisors here. I just wanted to make ourselves available if there were any questions from the supervisors and to provide this progress update to you, to give you the update. If you had any questions on that and just kind of go over a quick overview of the status so there aren't any questions. I think the important thing to mention is the project is fully on schedule, so we're in very good shape with that. As Sue can attest, she's attended recent stakeholder meetings and steering committee meetings.
Since the beginning.
Yeah, the last one was on January 8th, where we kind of finished a review of current conditions, so that was great. If you just want to talk about some upcoming.
Yeah, just some upcoming stuff we have going on. Like I said on this little thing, the infographic, the consulting group is sort of breaking it down by what we've done and what we're going to do. So a couple of weeks ago, actually it was only a week ago, we had I'm going to call it steering committee meeting number 2.5, where we continued our talk of community trends. And upcoming, we're going to be doing some focus group meetings. They are, what they basically are is there's, a bunch of specific groups, like we'll say economic development and housing and health and wellness. And each of those groups have a handful of stakeholders that have been strategically assigned to sit on each of them. And then they're all going to participate in one interview together. Like there will be an interview for health and wellness. And that would have maybe somebody from the Emergency Management Agency or somebody from Center Population for Health. And they'll speak with the consulting team about that. They'll ask them some questions, they'll give them some answers, and there's gonna be, how many of those, Mark?
Yeah, there's quite a number, probably a dozen, if not more of those.
Yeah, we have a pretty expansive list of folks that are going to be interviewed for that. I know Sue helped us get some names. We've sort of just vetted some names by people we know, people in the community, some people that other people from the municipalities suggested. So it's very expansive.
And probably over the next month or so, we're in the draft form of a community survey, which you've been involved with. So I would expect, we don't have a launch date for that yet, but I would expect in the next month or so that will go live, a full community surveys.
I have a question about the focus groups. One of them I know all townships have an issue with, and boroughs, is stormwater management. Do you have a focus group for that? You know, that would be one that we'd want to make sure that, you know, that does affect us for collectively seeking money for strategic planning to be able to complete that project.
Let's take that back to if it's not a category group,
Right.
we would then want to emphasize that that's a point of discussion for that, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So the survey is probably the next major thing, and like I said, if there's any questions from the supervisors, you can get a hold of us anytime. And I don't think we introduced ourselves, but
Yes.
Mark Lazar, I'm the executive director of the Cameron County Planning Commission.
Shannon Murphy, I'm the community development planner for the Planning Commission. We're the two that have been taking the lead on this project. It's been probably at this point 2.5 years in the making to get to where we're at right now, and it's rolling along well. And as far as the survey goes, we're going to make sure everybody has an opportunity to respond to it. We'll promote it on social media. We'll promote it on, we'll do a press release, hopefully get some news and, newspaper and like JAC type stuff going. All the municipalities will have, flyers for it, QR codes. It's going to be online, but we'll also have some paper copies too if there's people that need certain accommodations that they can't do it online.
And Suze, we're both West Hills residents, so anytime you want us to come back to another meeting, we're happy to get another update. Or if you have any questions, please reach out to us.
I know you both work very hard on this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You got it.
Okay, 110 Sunway Drive, HVAC system. Jared?
The HVAC?
Yes.
Yes, so you guys have that report, I didn't get any numbers or figures back from him yet.
Right.
So I don't think we're in a position to make any kind of decision.
Yeah, we'd like to have some figures.
Yeah, until we get those, we're really at a standstill on that.
Okay.
Could you push them on that?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Okay. Upper Yoder Township Police Department inventory update.
We're meeting with the DCED. They gave us a grant as far as transfer of property and that, so we're going to meet with their representatives. We've been working, Sue and I have been working with the chief on some of the materials. They've been in the office looking at it, so we're going to work with DCD and see what's required and what exact paperwork has to be filed to do the transfer of property between the two departments.
Thank you. Live stream recording the township meetings update.
So brought this up in the last meeting, we want to move forward. I did a little nosing around for potential providers of equipment and set up in our particular service area, but also I think there's an opportunity, Sue, you can contact a couple of folks and see what we can find out about providers that are already providing said service to other boroughs or townships or whatever, and get some more information so we can move on this sooner than later.
Thank you. Appointment of the current vacant supervisor position.
I nominate Daniel Conway.
I will second that nomination. Place for a vote. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Nay.
Okay.
I'll make a motion, we appoint Dave Gelman.
I'll second it.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye. Opposed.
On roll
Oh,
call.
are you opposing?
I'm opposed, I'm
Okay,
opposed.
so we'll do a roll call.
We can do a roll.
No, we
Aye.
can
You
do a roll call
on
for the first one anyway, so, and I'm a nay as well. So you're a nay, you're a yay, you're a yay. So we now have a draw. Do you want to do another?
Any other nominations?
Any other nominations? If not, then it's my understanding that this goes to the vacancy board, which would be, our person would be Bob Amestetti, will be making the appointment or consulted on that. We have 30 days to do that. We have 30 days for what, Alice?
You have 30 days from the reorganization meeting. So you actually have until February.
But not till the February meeting.
No, but you could have another meeting.
We have that regular, we have a meeting that we
You
can't
have a
schedule.
special meeting.
We can have a special meeting and talk about it then.
We probably have to do that to meet the time restraints, correct?
Yes,
We
within
should-
30 days from the reorganization meeting.
Okay. So then, that's what we'll do. Supervisor reports. Ed?
Yeah, under, all the, police equipment that was, inventoried, there was everything that was in the vehicles, so was that all included in the, inventory list?
I believe so. As far as the weapons and the radios and the laptops, stuff like that.
Yeah, because I mean, I thought we had, you know, made John Blake was supposed to do those inventory of his weapons and vehicles.
Yeah, we received all those listing. You've been receiving emails,
I know, but the stuff that was in the vehicles,
right?
had there been a break-in of those vehicles,
There wasn't, and I removed all the items
Everything is
along with
removed,
Joe.
everything is secure,
okay, I mean,
everything
just,
is sure.
Yeah, the road crew had to assist on the one vehicle. The one weapon was secured in the vehicle.
Yeah.
You couldn't get into it with the electric lock, and you couldn't get in with the key because the key was broke off
Okay.
inside. And that
Okay.
disabled the lock to be able to do it remotely. I ran that vehicle over the road crew, and with Jared's assistance and Mike's assistance, we got into it and brought it back, secured it, put it in inventory, and it's locked in a secure room.
okay. And also, back in 2022, the ammunition was bought for the police department, 38, was that on the inventory list also?
We
Was it
haven't
1,000
got,
rounds?
we haven't got into the lockers yet where we believe the ammunition is. We can't find the keys to those locks, and
Okay.
along with the chief, we're probably gonna end up cutting those locks off to get
Okay.
into them to see what's in them.
Okay, so
We don't
I know they don't
who's-
qualify at 38.
There's two lockers that are padlocked, another one has a combination lock. We can't get into them, so we're gonna cut those off and we'll be able to report
Curious
back.
as to where that ammo went, if it's still here. And also, on our comprehensive garbage ordinance, I know the garbage cans have to be out at a certain time. Am I right on that, Alice?
Right before.
Send them out.
Do they have to be back in?
They have to be back in that end of the day of the collection.
Because, I mean,
luck with that.
I've seen them all over the place. I mean, number one, number two, I can't remember how you voted, so this is before you guys were on board, but 4 of us voted for black cans with yellow lids. But then I don't know how we end up with yellow cans, and they're all over the damn place. I mean, I know it's tough for the elderly, put people to get them in there, but I
You
mean,
think the black cans are lighter?
well,
That they would?
no.
Aesthetically speaking,
But I'm, in all honesty, I think, that was on us, because we got only 2 bids, Waste Management and Pro. And the only way they pick it up is with these arms on the trucks.
Right.
I wish now, looking hindsight, that we would have kept the garbage the way it was, because an older person could carry a small bag, they get a little bag of garbage, they throw it out the curb, and they pick it up. They got these damn big cans now.
Well, there is a smaller version.
I know, but still,
It's
still,
still not small, you're right, it's still
they're not
not
small
terribly
for
small.
somebody that's 80 years old trying
It's
to
half
push
the
that
size.
damn thing through the snow.
on the colors, I've noticed Ferndale Borough, Southmont Borough have black cans.
Yeah,
I think the boroughs, went to black cans, and the townships all have yellow. Richland has yellow, we have yellow, Conemaugh Township, Somerset County has yellow. So for some reason, the company decided to do
But
that.
we were given a choice, and we took a vote on it, and we voted for the black cans. So I think we should hold him to the black cans.
I would prefer a black can.
I mean, with everything laying out on the highway and stuff, and this stuff being visible, how many garbage cans you actually see hit on the highways in Upper Yoder or anywhere? None. I haven't seen any, and I travel a lot.
Will we be able to review the minutes on that? To see
It's
what the
oh
motion-
yeah, we have a minutes.
It wasn't voted on at a meeting, it was voted in a private email.
You sure it wasn't voted on in the meeting about the black cans?
No, it was not.
Well, the emails are still, he had the emails.
At least you can see the yellow.
Yeah, you can see the yellow ones.
You can.
My wife hates the yellow.
So does mine.
I mean, I just think it's, you know, he gave us the choice in an email. He gave us the choice of yellow or black, and we went with the black. And then we ended up with yellow. I don't know if it
There's a lot of
got
black
changed
cans
in
in
here,
the
or
yellow.
how it got changed, but I just think it's something that, it should be brought to his attention.
Before, do you have anything else for garbage?
No,
I have one garbage thing before you move on it. In the ordinance for garbage, I know a million years ago, it used to say they couldn't start picking up until a particular time. Is that
Yes.
still in the ordinance?
I think it is. It should be.
They come all times.
They were there at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
This
My
week.
house, it's garbage cans right outside of my bedroom window.
Yeah,
Yep.
that can't happen. They
Four
gotta
thirty,
stick-
5 o'clock, they're on my house.
It's better than I put it out Monday night when I'm supposed to, and they picked it up today.
Yeah.
If they can't start picking up garbage at the appropriate time, then we need to have a conversation.
And I don't know how we can notify the residents as far as getting the cans back in.
That was in the newsletter, was it not?
I think it's in the ordinance as well.
Well, I think maybe we have a newsletter coming out in the spring out. I think we should put it in the newsletter coming out.
Why don't you? Yeah. Okay, good.
We also had a complaint also too about, at least one residence where when they used the lift on it, they ripped down the cable and phone lines with it.
Well,
That was for the recycle bin.
now, see, they were supposed to.
I'll tell you,
Yeah.
it was me.
Yeah, they were supposed to, the driver was supposed to look at that and place that can if he had to get out of the truck.
And move it.
According to that letter, place the can where it's, so he doesn't hit the power line or cable line. But,
Did they take care of your phone line?
Yes. Actually, through the whole process, I actually changed my phone and I went to wireless. Yeah, like I said, yeah, they, you can see the line there, there's the can where, and and not only that, they never even knocked at my door and told me, and I was standing at the window and watched them. I caught them coming back up the other side of the street. And they had two guys on the truck. And I know the guy that was a passenger seen it, because he had his head out the door, looking up like this. When they lowered the can, they ripped, the phone line. And when I came back up the street, I told the driver, he says, oh, I stood at the window and watched it. And, yeah.
But they took care of you, right?
Well, yes, I had to call Verizon, I had to take care of it all, I mean, but he reported it to the garbage, people, but they kind of blamed it on Verizon, they said, well, their lines are too low.
Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Peters.
okay, thanks, Jim.
That's
all I have.
In the letter that they sent out, they said they would put the garbage cans where you wanted to put them, where you wanted them by your residence.
Well, that's
Where they
where-
wanted them.
That's where I had it.
Okay.
They said the driver would,
That when they distribute them, they put that out, that was in the letter. Al?
When there is a problem, please call the office right away. You don't call Pro, you call the office.
I didn't
And
call
then
Pro, I told the driver, and the driver said
Then
he
let
knew.
us know at the office that there was an issue, okay? Because we didn't know about this, okay? So just call the office anytime anybody has a problem, and we'll try and take care of it from there. They're very good with us to work with.
Well, I mean, the way I talked to him, I told the driver called in, they called me back. Pro called me back, so I mean, it's,
We still need to know just from this was an incident standpoint with one of our contractors, so.
Okay. Are you
that's all I'm
finished
done.
yet?
I'm done, yes.
Okay, Joe?
Thank you.
Do you have anything to comment on?
No, I don't think so, I covered everything.
Dan?
No, we covered everything.
Okay, and I'd like to mention that I'd like to research the camera issues related to when we move cameras around and the police have their own camera system. I'd like to look into that and get some estimates on how we can keep our building safe.
That's a great idea.
Thank you. New business. 110 Sunray Drive Municipal Building Maintenance for the door entrances.
I believe with some cost estimates we got, we have to put that out for bid. And I would make a motion that we put it out for bid for the repairs to the entrances to the building.
Okay.
I will second that with a note just saying that let's, on the police doors, let's make sure we discuss with the chief and potentially the commission, I don't know, just,
It'll be the commission.
yeah, let's talk with the commission and just kind of make sure we're all on the same page.
And that commission meeting's on the 20th of this month, and at that time, that would be discussed at the commission meeting.
Sounds good.
Not at our meeting. Okay.
What time is it? What time is the police commission meeting?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock at the Borough Building in Westmont. 541 South Street Public, did somebody make a motion for
I
that?
did that.
You made the
Oh,
motion?
second that
Me,
motion.
Joe, second.
Okay, those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. 541 South Street Public Works Property Maintenance, the electric lights.
So that building has been in need of lighting changes for quite some time. And we did receive quotes. They are under the threshold that does not require it to go out to bid. The lowest one we are holding in hand today is in the amount of $2,709.96 from SBE Distribution. This is for the purchase of the lights only. Our team here at the road crew will install said lighting, which I think is great. I'm glad they're doing that. Thank you very much, Jared. So I will make a motion, we approve this cost of $2,709.96 to SBE Distribution.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
I'm not gonna shine mine house, I mean, so their direction.
We're gonna direct them all towards your house.
I think
Right, we know, you told us where your bedroom is now, Paul, so we're coming that way.
they're all floodlights. They're all-
Yeah, if they're going to my house.
We will make sure they do
If they're
not.
going to my house, you'll be replacing them.
Jared, will you please consult with Paul to make sure it doesn't shine on his house?
We'll certainly do that.
Okay. Resolution 976, destruction of tax collector records years 2016 through 2018. Like to have a motion to
I'll
accept.
make it. Seconded.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. And then the appointment of Deputy Tax Collector Teresa L. Hyder.
Make the motion.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Resignation, part-time administration chief of police. John Blake was effective 12/22/25.
Move we accept his resignation.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Is there any other correspondence? Okay, public participation. Yes.
My name is Kevin Kincaid. I live on Menalker Boulevard. If I'm talking weird, it's because I've got two plugged up ears and it sounds like I'm talking underwater. So, got a little mishmash here and other timers running. First of all, in regards to the yellow cans with the black tops, about 2 weeks ago or so after that windstorm, I turned on the Ligonier Pike from Menalker, traveled about 50 feet, and boom, right there in the middle of the road was a yellow can with a black lid, which fortunately it was yellow because it was dark. So, in my opinion, the yellow is much better for visibility. as far as the getting the cans out, getting the cans in. There are many people along Monocacy Boulevard that just leave their cans out all week long. I don't know whether they carry their trash bags out to the can or what they're doing. But you drive up and down the road and it's the same thing. All week long, the same people have their cans sitting at the end of their driveways. So you got an ordinance, you got an ordinance enforcer, give them something to do. Finally, I see the back and forth and the 2 people for this guy and 2 people for the other guy for the supervisor position. Monday, I submitted a letter of application to this board for that open position. I have experience of 3 years as chairman of the board of directors that established, developed, equipped, and housed a total volunteer ambulance service. And I don't have an allegiance to anybody except the township people. And therefore, I would hope that, as Mr. Klanch said, that you appoint a fresher face. And I think that transparency and accountability and good stewardship of the township is the main idea behind this.
I've got a comment that goes on something you said in reference to, I don't need for you to stand. So I wholeheartedly admit I have not read the garbage ordinance. Cans go out night before, and then that day, you know, they're supposed to be put away. What's the language in the ordinance actually say?
I don't have the ordinance in front of me, and that would be
It's on
something,
the internet.
and it is on the internet. You can look it up on our website. I can pull it up now and read it if you want.
Obviously these yellow cans are all over the place right now. If you go drive around, that garbage got picked up 5 days ago. That can's, my neighbor's can's still sitting, you know, by his fence, right by the road. Honestly, I don't care. But
whether they're yellow or they're black, if they're all over the road,
yeah,
I don't think they're gonna blow differently.
and I understand your point. Yellow is much easier to see, and you're 100% correct. But we've got a lot, as you know, I think Eddie said, we've got a lot of elderly people in the township, and that's moving those cans. What does put away mean?
Okay.
I heard somebody say, over the past couple of weeks, oh, it's got to be inside your garage. Why? And what if I don't have a garage? I mean, what does put away mean? What does put back mean?
Is there more than one garbage ordinance? Because this one doesn't have anything about the
There's a
can.
garbage and there's a recycling ordinance. It'd be under the documents library.
I know, I have 233 is a garbage ordinance, 234 is a recycling ordinance. But nowhere in there does it talk about time that it goes out and time that it does. It just talks about.
And maybe it doesn't, and this was just people talking, and it's not actually in the ordinance, which I hope it isn't, to be honest with you.
So then maybe, Alice, could you research that?
The garbage police.
Because both of these, neither one of these, they talk about 60 days of occupancy, they talk about new occupant, and there's only 4 topics here.
So,
Actually, 1, 3, and 4, so I don't know where number 2 is in the ordinance.
all right, let's, instead of beleaguering this point, can we have the
Oh, here.
office
Maybe
team
There's another one.
produce for our next meeting in our packets, both a copy of the recycling ordinance, a copy of the garbage ordinance, so we can see, so I can, sorry, it's me, so I can see what's actually in there.
Answer the public's questions.
Yeah, and
You can even look it up on.
yeah, lazy. So let's look at that and make sure, we're not creating an undue burden on the public. Because I don't want the chief and the police officers dealing with garbage cans, and I don't want.
Or the code
I don't want Mark
enforcement.
Walker dealing with garbage cans. So let's make sure it makes sense, that's all.
And those people that have complaints about the garbage cans just need to keep quiet then, if that's the plan.
Well, the garbage cans aren't going away, that's how we have to do it nowadays. So we're stuck with that. Trust me, I prefer the old way too, I'm not a fan.
I mean, I don't care if they sit out all week long, I don't care if they get dragged back in to whatever, but, you know, if we're going to have people that have complaints about it, then those complaints have to be either dealt with or said, hey, you know, this isn't something that we can do.
Understood, and those complaints, as Alice said earlier, need to be directed towards the office. Yes, sir.
Just, the third, on my incident, Joe, because I watched yesterday when they picked up garbage. Apparently, when I had the incident, it was with recycling. And apparently in fact, not apparently, I don't know, that's gonna be the pattern all the time, they used a different truck.
Yes.
The truck yesterday for the garbage was well below all the lines. The recycling was way arced up higher. So, I mean, the incident was not mine with because the garbage, he was nowhere near it. I was watching. Yesterday, I paid particular attention when they were coming. I wanted to see, like I said, but it was the recycling. So if they're gonna continue to use that, that's gonna be the incident where the lines are. And I know, like I said, there's not a question that they're gonna move lines for the garbage service. I mean, that's, I know the driver had said, or when they called me, they said the other option was to move the truck farther to this side of the road when they come and put the arm out and bring the can more this way than going.
Hey, whatever they gotta do to knock down the phone, to not knock down the phone, that's what they gotta do.
But they said they were gonna make a point of that, and I asked the driver yesterday, they picked up the garbage, because he had an iPad with all the problem. I said, well, do you have my address on there? He said, no.
Yes, sir.
You're looking at ordinance 224, placement
I'm
of,
looking
placement of
through.
the containers at curbside shall be no earlier than 5 PM on the day prior to the designation collection day.
What number are you reading? Yeah, I know, but what number?
Number 7.
Number
under-
7?
Page 11.
Yeah.
Okay, it shall be unlawful to throw.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
sorry.
not it.
No.
Okay.
Placement of the containers at curbside shall be no earlier than 5 PM on the day prior to the designated collection day, and must be removed from curbside to the storage place no later than 6 PM on the day of the collection.
Okay, so it's storage place. That can be inside, outside, whatever the storage place is for that designated amount.
In the hours of 6 a.m., and all waste collection activities shall be conducted from Monday through Friday between the hours of 6 a.m. and 5 p.m., or on Saturdays between the hours of 6 a.m. and 5 p.m. I would probably say you may need to go back here because your garbage cans are being no bigger, it looks like.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
That was going to next.
So I would probably say that your whole ordinance probably needs to be readjusted
Reevaluated.
because it's,
it can't be more than so.
That's it, they really are gone.
Okay, thank you. We will be reviewing the ordinance.
What happens if it sits there for 3 days before they pick it up? You put it out Monday night, pick up Tuesday, and it sits there until Thursday.
Technically, right now, that's illegal. They're breaking the law.
I don't see
It
an
is.
enforcement mechanism in the ordinance.
When, Mr. Miller, when they are put out and they don't pick them up, you call the office and they come. They have done that. I've heard.
I've called them before. and
No.
not-
No, you
it
call
was
the
per
office.
disposal.
Yeah,
I
but-
called and they said, we'll get somebody there. It was fine.
But what happens is Alice has a special number that she'd be able to help you with and make it better.
They're very good with, as soon as we contact them, they contact us like that.
And Alice, can you send them a note to not start in the township prior to
Yes,
6 a.m.?
absolutely.
Because that is not gonna change.
That means I can put my garbage out in the morning
If you're up before 6, God bless you.
instead of midnight. Okay. Okay.
Public participation.
Anybody else for public?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can't do it 5 PM the night before.
It has, okay.
Just real quick.
Okay,
Yeah,
name and,
Russell Raleigh, Tribune Democrat. The way Mr. Kincaid stood here and gave a brief summary of his qualifications to sit on the board, I think the opportunity should be given to all the candidates. I think that should be that's the transparent way to do things.
We have written submissions from those people. I reviewed mine at home. Okay, there was no action taken by the board prior to coming into this meeting.
Right.
Are you here representing the Tribune?
Yeah.
And you have an opinion? Or
I-
are you a journalist? That's an honest question.
Yeah. Well, here's just the sunshine law is what a lot of people in the general public don't know what the sunshine law is. The last sentence of section 708, paragraph A1. This is in regards to the executive sessions for employees. The last sentence of that states, the provisions of this paragraph shall not apply to any meeting involving the appointment or selection of any person to fill a vacancy in any elected office. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're discussing things in executive session regarding the candidates, then that's against.
We didn't.
We
We
did not.
specifically don't do that.
Okay. Well, I don't have an opinion in this case. I'm just saying, and the spirit of transparency, I don't understand why you wouldn't have a more public sort of process for vetting candidates to replace seats on the board. You've all campaigned publicly.
No. No.
Well, exactly, but usually that's the process.
Yep, and I'd like to answer that. I agree with you, and that's why I asked for the applications. Prior to that, they never required applications, and they made their own appointments privately among themselves. So the public did not know and did not have the opportunity to even, unless they happened to send an application in and had an interest, they weren't asked to do that. We did both ask at the December meeting and again at the organizational meeting for applicants. So they had 2 months to send in applications. If it's PSATs and the Township Ordinance Code does allow us the opportunity to be able to review those, it's not required that we enter into any type of open interviews in the public. So if maybe the Tribune would want to have a debate and interview process and sponsor it, maybe that would work. That would be an opportunity for open discussion. I think you've done that in other organizations at the city council level in Johnstown, where they've done, they've had other times that they've had that opportunity to speak. Okay. Nothing else? Anybody else for public?
I want to speak.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
I do want to speak, so don't interrupt.
No, I won't.
Okay, thank you.
Ever take that away.
Thanks.
I got the wobbles today. I just have a quick question. Right now, we have 2 elected supervisors, and we have 3 appointed supervisors, so we're gonna have 3, okay? What are their terms? For example, Mr. Zakrasik, who did he take his place? I know he took Kyle
All
Schaefer's.
appointed terms are 2 years.
We can't hold a special election? So we're gonna go the next 2 years with 2 elected officials and 3 appointed officials. And the good old boys club rules again. That's all I got to say.
Mike Dorego. I'm an Upper Yoder Township resident. Of course, this is about the appointed position. I did send mine in twice. Are the applications or letter of interest that you received public information to be compared to how you are picking? I have 29 years in civil engineering. I'm not a PE. The last 20 years has been strictly municipal. I work for 9 municipalities. I write grants, I review grants, review projects, bid projects, like I said, it's up to you who you pick, but if you're picking the most qualified, just curious, what qualifies more? And as far as that position, to answer his question, depends on when that vacancy is appointed, whether they have to run for election the following year.
No, no.
That was according to PSATs.
No, no. You
Okay.
may be looking at Township for,
First
yeah,
class.
first class Township. We're second class. Township.
Okay. That was just, I spoke to
Second class. We
somebody at
looked into that.
PSATs, and
Yeah.
she told
Yeah.
me as it was at a convention, so.
Yeah.
Original to be first class.
No, the only first class township in the area is Clemson Township.
Everybody else is second class.
Okay, but those letters of interest are not public information then, that you received?
There's no reason they couldn't be.
Okay, I was just curious of who all applied.
Applications or I don't
They're
know
not-
if they.
Or
I don't have-
applications.
they're a
They're
letter of
letters of
interest, technically.
It'd be correspondence, so you could write them and request them. And they'll deny them, but.
Okay.
Okay, well, since it's open to anybody else that happens to be in the audience that has entered in a letter of interest, do they want to step up to the plate? They're giving the option now. No? Okay. Anybody
You want
else?
me to do more?
Huh?
You want me to do more?
No, no, no. I know there are others in the audience if they would like to speak, but if they don't.
I'll speak if you want me to, because it seems like you want me to speak, so
No.
I'm gonna speak for you. My name is David Gilmer, I live at 1003 Susquehanna Street here in Upper Yoder Township. I've been a township president for 35 years. I built my own home on the property that I live in. I also built 3 other homes in this township. I've run 2 businesses and currently run 1 right now in the township. One of them's been here for 35 years. It's employed up to 20 people at a time, and it's paid its fair share of taxes. I bring a lot of business knowledge to this township, and that's why I applied. And if you read my application, it spells it out very clearly. It's very detailed. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other people that would like to participate? 3 minutes, please.
Guess it's my turn now. I wanted to expound upon my experience with pro disposal. As a non-Upper Yoder resident, but I mean, I live 50 feet from Upper Yoder. If I'm not mistaken, they collect Delia Street in Upper Yoder Township at the same time they do my side, okay? Don't know about that, but I'm pretty sure they back up my, to get me. I didn't catch it last week, but Monday, it was absolutely the same old rear loading truck with some poor kid taking my newfangled can and dumping it in the back. Okay. I think Pro Disposal and Waste Management sold these municipalities a bunch of hooey. Okay. They're absolutely not getting rid of those rear loading trucks. Okay. They have probably employment shortages. It's probably hard for those guys to get crew members. Okay. Which is frankly not your problem. Okay. I wanted to touch on something else too, you know. If there's an ordinance and people are complaining about the garbage cans, okay, currently right now, I would almost guarantee, I don't even know, oh, yeah, there he is, BJ. I would almost guarantee you that BJ does not want to be called for garbage cans unless they're in the middle of the road and be, you know, but right now with the current law there is, and that pesky 14th Amendment that provides equal protection for every citizen of the law, you know, under the law. If somebody calls about a garbage can that's out at 7 o'clock, it's a crime, okay? And I'm certain that he doesn't want his officers, and I'm certain you guys, by what you guys spoke about, it seems like you guys don't want that enforced, okay? Because it's ridiculous. So please, at the next meeting or at your earliest convenience, whatever you have to do to, whatever the process is that you guys do to rescind an ordinance and then you know, because really the reality is, okay, yeah, the new cans are here to stay. Every place else in the country is switching over to these new trucks. Okay, that's a reality. Maybe we're trying to hold on for something, and maybe some locations, like you guys have your rural locations, they might need the smaller truck. Okay, but they do have them. So don't let them tell you that it's impossible. Don't let anybody tell you, because they picked my garbage up Monday morning with the same truck they've been picking it up for years.
30 seconds, John.
Okay, thank you. And again, I'm going to say my last 30 seconds. We will hopefully we came to a potential solution on Thursday for a situation that we've all been involved with for the past 2 years regarding a resolution. So, and thank you for timing me, but we've been having an open discussion about this, and the time hasn't been important. So thanks for whatever. Yeah, that thing with the garbage. It's just, don't let them. There's another solution other than them forcing what they're telling you. Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
When they picked up your garbage with that rear loader,
Yeah.
they had 2 guys on the truck?
I don't know that for a fact. Okay, I just saw the truck, and I saw him like dumping it. Normally it's one guy, okay, because I have seen him it's normally it's one guy, okay, that's been doing it. So that must suck for him.
Well, point of clarification, before they went to the new cans.
Yeah.
On our street, there was a driver and back to
Two
Elmer.
guys.
Yeah, there was 2 guys who were dumping cans.
2 guys.
So they always had 2 guys, no
And they're
matter.
just standing on the back holding on.
Yeah, that's what I've been my whole life, but for the past few years I've just been seeing, I've spoken to him occasionally, you know what I mean? I'll go out and talk to him, but it's been one guy that I hear him pulling the brakes too, you know what I mean? So it's always been one guy.
By law, they're not allowed to ride on them anymore. So Roe had a couple people killed.
But yeah, hopefully the municipalities, maybe if one of you guys takes an initiative and goes, hey, look, we have to be more flexible because there's hills and.
I don't know how flexible you could be. Do we all go out and carry their cans in for them?
No.
How do we make them lighter? What do we do? What's the solution?
I think with that is just repeal your make it so it's not illegal to leave them out.
Oh, so everybody will be happy that they see yellow cans at the end of the driveway for 5 days.
Hey, Sue, the reality is I know devil's that we all have garbage, okay? Just like the reality, like we all make garbage and we all poop. So we all have to deal with this. Sorry that it's out there, Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
You were asking about 2 guys. Like I said, and I don't know the purpose of it. The day that they broke the line at my house, there was 2 guys, one driver and a passenger. I don't know what the purpose of the second guy, but like I said.
Yeah, but he wasn't throwing trash. He was.
He might have been a trainee or something. You don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know. But like I said, that, they did have 2, you were asking, there was 2 guys.
Those trucks are supposed to be a one-man operation, if I'm not
Is
mistaken.
there
That's what they're
anybody
designed
else
for.
that would like to have public participation? Then the meeting is adjourned.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Yeah, we have to.
I'm going.
Here's this.
See you guys. Yeah. I don't personally care. I put my stuff back. A lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not.
So we have a way to get
That's all I'm trying to say is this can be a lot more transparent. I've been, I emailed, right now, it's going to be council. They're interviewing candidates. Is that the water story? There's no
You'd have to have going around different farmers.
Sounded like crap.
Yeah, I don't know about the second guy on that day, but I know when they tried to cover it up, that he didn't see it.
Is that a water authority issue?
Probably.
They want to flush the hydrant.
So the question is going to be going out there because
I can talk on the drone camera.
But yesterday I watched, the regular guards, and he just knew where the movie was.
well,
You want to do
the FIS is Johnny was going down the floor guys on my yourself tomorrow and look at what happened.
And what I'm afraid
I
of.
haven't seen the recycling part.
Hi, John.
Hello. I'm good. How was Christmas? Haven't seen you.
How about you?
Christmas was good. Lost Chester on New Year's Day. Lost my little buddy.
So sorry. That's
It was his
hard.
time. He had kidney failure and stuff. It was his time, but I'm okay with it. He's okay with it too. Obviously. But yeah, it's trying to stay out of trouble. Tentatively settled with these guys. Yeah, for being thrown out of a meeting for being friendly.
Hopefully they'll let you help them with the video situation.
I want to help. I just offered. Okay, they can pay somebody.
But I feel like you know it.
I do, but they can pay somebody. That's far more.
Maybe that's somebody could be you.
What's that?
Maybe that somebody could be you.
Nope.
He doesn't want anything to do with it.
You're not putting your letter of interest in.
No. I offered, if they wanted, I'd give them the information that what I know how to do, and then that way they could go to somebody who knows how to do it. But it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna be doing some other things that I'm not gonna say on camera regarding some things on that piece of paper. Okay, that it's pretty cool to me. So, and certain letters like ACLU. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I had a little thing. We did a little thing on Thursday. It was fun. Yeah, it was fun for me. Not fun for them, but fun for me. But it will promote if everything goes the way I hope it does. It will be this place will be a shining example for every municipality in the Commonwealth for the decorum of their meetings. The people running the meetings won't like it, but it will be constitutionally correct. Yes.
I mean, it seems like more people participate.
Yeah, that's what we need. That's what every municipality needs is people to come in. I didn't recognize either of the two names that they said about who they wanted to nominate. I don't know who they are, but good old boys, I guess.
I don't know. It just seems.
I was zoned out. I didn't hear.
Yeah, I'll write to. I'll write to know the course for everybody. But by the time they do it, Alice will probably pull a 30-day extension on me, and then I'll get the letters 2 weeks after they nominate somebody. I'm so tired of this. I am so tired of this, Jamie. You have no idea. You have no clue. I just want to, like I keep saying, in the most polite way, I want to fuck off somewhere else and do my own thing. There's going to come a time. Hopefully they get their live streams done in the next few months, because there's going to come a time here real soon where Klanch ain't coming to meetings anymore. Yeah.
Klanch got to keep coming to meetings.
I might send somebody else with my camera, but I'm not coming anymore.
Yeah. That's why I started coming.
I mean, I sure hope so. I sure hope they can function without me here, just going, I appreciate that, though. Thank you, Jay. Let me say something, though, okay, right? When I first started coming to these, nobody used to come. Okay, and then for whatever reason, some people can't look away from a dumpster fire. Other people are intrigued by train wrecks. Okay, you know, and other people like to, you know, so I at least have.
What do they call them on the highway? Rubberneckers.
Yeah, okay, right. You know, like, what's he gonna say tonight? You know?
And just keep going. Like, keep looking.
I'll admit, sometimes I've not had much material, and I've looked down at this and went, oh, there's people watching. Okay.
Makes a difference.
Oh yeah, that'll certainly put a jalapeno in my statement. That's like I'm spicy. So I don't want to go outside because it is really cold. It hurts out there. It's that temperature. It's
Winter in western Pennsylvania. Here we are.
we are in the See, it's actually a bad word to use for the time. And we're deep in the bowels of winter. But here's the thing. I'm pretty sure bowels are warm. Right? You know what I mean, right? I mean, I guess. If you're shoving your finger in this cold asshole, okay? You know you should probably take it out, right? I feel like professionally you've done that. What's that? You just let me have it with myself, all right? It'll be completely hilarious.
You can have that conversation by yourself.
Your reactions say enough, man. Remember, I don't make my own content. You guys do.
I'm just here for the show.
I know. Well, guess I gotta go out there.
It's been a while.
You know they need to get you guys. I'm sure this is not something you can actually purchase, but I'm sure that you know somebody that has one or can acquire one. You need to get yourself some of those old green Bethlehem steel wool jackets they used to wear, like in the blast furnace, wherever it was they used to wear them. Okay, because they'll keep you warm.
Yeah,
and
do pretty good.
There's got wool's fireproof. You know, you're good. You know, waterproof. You're good. You know, so yeah, there's probably I'd say about 5,000 of them floating around, and you know, any of the older houses down in Moxon that really have looked like abandoned for a while. There's one in one of the closets. Guaranteed.
I'll take your word for it.
I'm not going to look either right now. So, yeah. Well, this was fun. I'm gonna go freeze my ass off.
Be safe.
Take care, guys. Yep, you guys behave. I try to be safe. You guys run towards danger, so heed your own advice, please, guys. Thanks, guys. I love you guys. Thanks. See ya. I mean that. I do love those guys. They are really cool people. They're really friendly too. The first responders here in Upper Yoder Township. So before I leave, I'm just gonna do it here because I really don't feel like standing outside and ending my stream. So I'm gonna do it here, sitting here, because it's cold. Truck said 14 degrees. I believe it. Okay. So, interesting meeting. I didn't have to swear at all. Good. I like it when I don't have to do that. I like it when they listen to me and I want them heard. So, I've been alluding to something that I'm still not going to put out on the channel yet because nothing's been ironed out. We just have talked. You know? So, I will post a full video about that when it's all said and done. Okay? Don't worry about it. I will keep you guys all enlightened and informed. Meeting snuck up on me too. I wasn't exactly waiting for it. Sometimes when the month starts on Thursday or later in the week, and these are the first, these sometimes sneak up on me. But anyway, appreciate you watching. Thanks for stopping by. If you like what you see, leave a comment down there. If you don't like what you see, leave a comment down there. I guess they're still looking for Upper Yoder Township supervisors. If you live in Upper Yoder Township, send them an email, send them a letter. Smoke signals, I don't know. Put your letter of intent in if you'd like to represent your township. I think it's going to be good old boy versus good old boy. So, don't know, but I'm going to go. Thank you very much. Please subscribe. And thanks for coming. I appreciate everybody that watches. New year. I'm still going to be doing some stuff here, so thanks again. Okay, I'm done. Bye.